Sweet. Too sweet, if you ask me. But welcome back to the Peppercorn Boys, where the group chat, it became the podcast. This is episode 81. And and you can join us every single Monday on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Amazon Music. I am joined each and every week by my brothers from another, Scott and Joe.
I feel like he was going to say mother, but he was just other.
Brothers from another.
It does make sense. Yeah, it just felt different. People often say, well, actually, not people, one person, Mike Tyson. He once said,
Spinal.
Where's this?
It's spinal. That's what he said. He said,
I was going to go to that Netflix clip of him in the changing room. I don't want to look at you because I do it. Do you remember when he bummed that kid out?
Literally. Literally.
Sorry, what?
That's
Jake Paul you're talking about.
No, the little kid interviewer asked what it feels like to be an icon or a legacy, and he pretty much said that it doesn't mean anything.
He also said everyone's got a plan until you get punched in the face. And I'm just going to change that to everyone's got a plan until you have a child.
Yes.
I respect that.
And as I can see through three doors, I can see Melissa feeding our child.
Is doors open?
Doors open.
Doors are open, but there's a certain face on her that I'm thinking maybe she's thinking, why is the door open? And that is exactly what it is. And I'm going to change that.
Does she feel on show?
I don't know. I think it's she wants to hear her Christmas film in June.
She's nodding. She's nodding.
Yeah. And she can just hear us talking about Mike Tyson.
She can just hear Scott's drone. Mate, that's
So what happens when you get those straight white males together? We start talking about Mike Tyson.
That's good. Mate, what did Mike say? What else did Mike say?
I don't think he said this, but someone, probably Derek Jeter, said 10,000 hours. Do the reps, do the work, and you'll succeed. And Bruno's proof positive that if you do an intro to this podcast 81 times, you still won't get it 100%.
You'll always go,
but again, maybe on episode 10,000, he's going to just nail it. And that's what I hope.
Living proof.
I'm going to do it, And
maybe that's what it's a long game. Maybe he is working towards the 10,000 on purpose. He's working.
He's a storyteller. I'll give him that.
Well, I was sort of in a bind because I thought you might have interrupted me again, so I was on eggshells. I sometimes I just can't work. The captain can't steer the ship when someone metaphorically does something that they didn't do. I think that's gaslighting. I'm fairly sure you did actually. I think I'm using that right this time.
Yeah, I think you are.
He made up a scenario that is why he failed, and I
liked on Basement Yard this week. They were like, Joe was like, I don't use gaslighting anymore. I just use manipulation. I just say it's manipulation, not gaslighting.
That's what we used to call it.
That's what we used to call it in the good old days. Oh no, this is not that kind of podcast. Please don't turn off. Give us a 5-star review. Today is the big man's birthday.
It is.
Recording on. So a toast to our fellow comrade. He's been down and out all week. And he's on his way out with his water on his hygiene kick.
I've literally just finished a Monster at 8 o'clock at night.
Fair, you got to do a show though. You're a performer.
Yeah, he's a performer.
Like when we do wrestling shows.
Yeah, you'd be necking a Monster at 8 o'clock.
I'd have a Monster with like pre-workout in it, Zin in. I'll be ready to go at like 10 in the evening.
This is it. On a wrestling show, 8 o'clock, you got a Monster in your system. By 9 o'clock, you're taking a neck bump.
Yeah.
By 10:30, you're in bed.
You're driving.
And you're just going, you're just fighting away the demons until the next day.
You got adrenaline in your soul, haven't you?
Well, this is it. That's what they're saying. It is the Bruno's birthday. And I say the Bruno because obviously that is a big part of the start of the Peppercorn Boys, the group chat.
It was. I was the... Was I infamous or was I mysterious? Was I an enigma? What do you reckon it was? I don't think it was infamy. Was
you were
all of the above.
He was an enigmatic catalyst.
Thanks for that.
Wow.
I would say if this was a game of Quidditch, you're the snitch. Do you know what I mean? Like you're what made the game happen. Even though you're small and inferior, you're so important. and your golden.
Once you catch me, game's over.
Game's straight over, yeah. Once,
yeah.
And sometimes it does feel like that.
Well, sometimes you're the kicker, sometimes you're the ball. Well,
this is it. That's what Brandon Aubrey told me last week.
Yeah.
You were in a dusty. We talked about before, in a dusty car park with James Storm, the Bruno got brought up, and that was the catalyst to the brothers or pretty deadly crossover.
Someone had just suffered a horrific injury at that time as well.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of screaming coming from.
And that was a bit of a trauma bond between, particularly young Elton Prince and me, with an awful comment from him. So the but
what did he say?
I can't. It was something to do with him using the bike. But it was a long story. But someone turned up on a bike, and we couldn't believe someone had turned up to a wrestling show on a bicycle. And I think he was shouting above the noise. He could use his bike, but it wasn't his bike. It wasn't that guy.
It wasn't.
We didn't know who it was, and we didn't even know if he was injured. So just to clarify there, guys.
All right.
Before you come at us with in your droves. But no, it's the big.
It was just the brothers all pretty deadly, and James Storm trying to cope. Really,
we're all just trying to cope. That's all we're all trying to do. Really,
coping.
Bruno, do you have a particular birthday you think fondly of?
Ooh.
Is there like a core memory, maybe?
I liked my 30th birthday where we did that escape room and then had TGIs.
Oh,
well, the only time I've been in an escape room, and that'd be the last.
Yeah, that was the.
I remember do you know the one where we had? I think it was like 20, maybe a 21st or 23rd or something. I just started dating Claire. It was at Frankie and Benny's.
Yeah, I remember.
Was it Eastleigh? And we had like Lance there. We had Bryony there. Like it was such a weird mix of people.
I got you wrestling boots.
Yeah.
Well, boxing boots.
Yeah.
I bought you 18 gifts, and I feel like I got heat from Claire because it was I'd outdone it because she bought him like a book or something, Brer Rabbit.
Nah, she got me a Colts cake made.
That's
especially,
right. Yeah.
So she did win.
She won.
Yeah. He screamed a lot about how he decides he won.
Like it's a game.
Yeah.
But I bought 18 gifts, and there were 18 heaters.
However, we may have bought it up before, but the one that I always like to reminisce on is that night we went to Loch Fyne for my birthday, and then we got all giddly, didn't we? And then went down to Pitch and Piano Winchester. And I still had a half a bottle of wine to finish on the ride home.
He corked it for us and everything. That was always, it was probably, and it was the most, I think it's the most homosexual I've ever been, is probably that dinner we had. And that isn't a slight, it's just the truth.
It was probably a good time.
I wore a cardigan with a... Happy Pride Month. I wore a cardigan. This isn't any of this part, isn't the part I'm talking about. None of it is. It's just we were very much on a date. I wore a cardigan with a button up. I just had knee surgery, so I could hardly straighten my leg.
You lived on boiled chicken and rice.
I had, so I was really starving for food. Bruno
starving for too, by the sounds of it.
Oh, God.
Well, there's a reason that gay in the dictionary means happy.
Exactly. Happy Pride. And what we did was we were very giggly all night, really. And Bruno, the guy was like, "Do you want a bottle of our house?" And Bruno was like, "Yes, I do."
Yeah, absolutely.
And in my memory, Bruno touched him on the nose. But I think that's a whole deeper conversation about how we remember memories.
Oh, it's better when you remember them that way.
We can talk about that in a minute because I really feel strongly about it. But he bopped him, and then he got him his glass of the house red, and he drank it like that guy on Instagram or whatever that. He looks at him, he looks at the wine, he holds it up. Rude Hullet's usually watching him from behind.
Yeah.
And he goes, and then he shakes his hand. It was a whole thing. But I remember leaving there in a knee brace and walking down the Pitcher and Piano down that steep hill.
I can't remember who we went and met, to be fair.
No one. It was us.
Was it not? Was it just us? Just taking, just drinking in the vibes, were we?
Then we went and danced together all night.
We didn't want that night to end.
We didn't know.
Sounds great.
Wow. It was 2011. I can say that because that's what my surgery was. Yeah.
And has my bouginess from that night stopped? Changed. Yeah, has it?
It's escalated. Yeah. It's what you call an escalation.
I just put because big man's got some big plans to celebrate. Not tonight because it's a weeknight, and
I was going to say you guys
got school night. You got school night.
Yeah, no. But I treated myself to a birthday present.
Oh yeah.
A little bit earlier than I had wanted to purchase this item.
Is she in the apartment?
I need no. I was
throwing it wrong.
I was trying to think of a robot name.
Very good. That Megan Fox film definitely not worth a watch.
Oh, damn it! And so I bought myself a KitchenAid. I had originally said that I wasn't gonna buy one.
What did Bob Geldof help you put it together? That's right, isn't it, Live Ed?
That's
okay, cool. That's cool. Yeah. I was just making sure no one laughed instantly, which is really upsetting. But I then thought, I got it really wrong?
That was very good.
I have my hands in my head.
Okay.
Because you went there.
Can we do a replay? Did you have his hands in his head?
I definitely did.
Okay.
I went.
Yeah, I want to be on that one.
Yeah.
God, if you put your index finger up your nose, it would just be between your eyes.
It's right up there.
Is that normal?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Because I feel like my finger, like you got a snout on you, or I've got long fingers. What do you think?
I think you get right up to your brain. Tickle your brain.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't.
You could tickle
your frontal cortex.
I don't think of myself as someone who has a long finger. Carry on, Bruno.
I have got long fingers. So I bought the KitchenAid for those that don't know. It's a very posh mixer, and I bought it because
we know a couple of them at old Ellie's house. We used to party in the barn. That's what we used to call it. Yeah, we call it a posh mixer. We all got 3 trampolines. You can all sleep on them. Yeah,
and so it's all in preparation because this weekend I'm making myself pizza dough from scratch. And I'm making a Detroit style pizza with loaded pepperoni. And if you remember Millie's cookies, I'm not sure if they're still a thing. I think they're only online now. But yes. I bought myself, it's being delivered Friday, a giant cookie saying happy birthday with the frosting on it. And I used a company that I saw Phil Fleming. Shout out. So shout out Phil Fleming. Yeah. Bless her.
Yeah. That was really nasty when he said bless her.
Yeah, a little bit.
She's a strong, independent woman. I don't think she needs to be blessed. Yeah. She's stronger than all of us, just so you know.
100.
Certainly you as well. Certainly you. Joe can definitely give her a run. Joe's probably stronger, but I'm not. And you're certainly...
I'm certainly not.
I don't think I am.
Even with that week back, you reckon?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm 42 now.
Joe can't, no.
That's true.
None of us can keep up. No. But
she trained me and I couldn't keep up back then.
Yeah, that's true. You're in good shape then.
So yeah, I've got a cookie and a pizza at the weekend, and I'll probably try and find something fun to go do. I might. There's a batting cage in Southampton.
We'll be there.
Like
I'm in.
What's the deposit? Yeah, what's the deposit?
It's an indoor one.
Yeah. When are we going?
So I might try and do that.
How many balls do we get per hour?
You want me to find it?
Yeah, send me the address. Send me your physical address.
Do they throw curve splitters? What are we doing?
Yeah, what are we doing? Fadeaways? That one?
I think maybe.
Maybe.
It could be.
Sounds right.
Batting cage.
We're talking baseball, not cricket, right?
He goes there. He thinks he's blocking shots.
They also have. So do you know when you go to Showcase in Southampton and buy Five Guys? There was that empty space across from it, which normally had like a gelato place, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That is now called Sixes, and it's a indoor cricket batting cage.
Is it?
Oh, so it isn't baseball.
No. This is called.
When he said gelato, he's never fighting the allegations. I'll say that.
Gelato.
Yeah. Do you remember last week there was an open space and it was a gelato place? Madness.
It's called First Base.
Is it?
Yep.
Why did we move to
where? Did they have any Topps Crime or anything in there?
I wonder if there is in Southampton some.
If there's not, Bruno, you need to open it because I'll be there every week.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Pricing, here we go.
Yeah.
It is 1 hour session, or you can get a 2 hour session. We'll probably go for the 2 hour, won't we?
Always.
Yeah.
Group sizes from 2 to 8. £25 a person. 10 to 25 per person.
Yeah, put me down for 3 sessions back to back.
We're going to the 20th inning.
I'll say this though. Bruno just described his exciting birthday where he got himself a food mixer and he's going to make himself a pizza. That boy's going in there and bunting 100 balls. I'll say that. He's going to go in there. He's got the big Otani swing. He's up north. He's looking here and he comes in and goes, he does it 100 times and the guy behind the counter. Because he hasn't even walked once.
If you're not careful, you can be taking him the head like Happy Gilmore and just get ready for next season's hockey practice.
Yeah, I don't think I'd hit one fastball. I think if it went above like 70 miles per hour, I don't think I'm touching it.
I think people have said one of the hardest things to do in the world is hit a baseball.
Can I talk about this now? Because that's really wound me up. Fighting a kid, don't listen to it that much anymore because it's a little bit rough on the edges. Tim Kennedy was on there. Bruno's got a signed card of his.
I listened to it on the way here.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I was listening to it. And I'll say this.
Captain America.
Right, yeah. There's a lot in there that would make you stop listening. But it got to a point where I went, enough is enough.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
What was the breaking point?
Yeah, I was like, there's so much going on in the world. I can't listen to that anymore. I had to push it to one side again. I'm done. And it's where he said, soccer.
Brendan or
Tim Kennedy.
Okay.
And they agreed. Soccer. Oh, anyone can do that. There's no real talent or athleticism involved. Peak athleticism is being a shortstop in the NBA, MLB.
Yeah.
Because the way they go down and they pick the ball up, switch hands while spinning on their knee and throw it to first base is peak athleticism. And they looked at each other and they went, yes, athlete. And I went, oh, America.
Yeah, that's bad.
I'm going to tell you right now, put Bruno at shortstop. He plays at MLB level. 100. He's never set foot on a baseball field.
I've set foot on many a rounder pitch.
Yeah, you have. I'll say this: give Bruno a day of training. He hits the ball.
Bruno will definitely hit it.
He hits the ball
far. He'll go yard.
I tell you what.
And I'm not saying Bruno's not athletic either. That's not what I'm trying to get at here. What I'm going to say is put Tim Kennedy on a soccer field and play holding midfield for 90 minutes.
It would be worse than seeing Little Red, that's for sure.
Little Red gives you everything.
Yeah.
And he is athletic. He could do a backflip and he'll deadlift 500 pounds.
Yeah.
You can also take him to a 4G, 3G pitch or whatever it is in Orlando and set him up against 10 other Mexican lads.
Yes.
And he doesn't want to play.
Yes.
And then he plays for a straight hour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like his life depends on it.
Yeah, and in the late 90s, all you had to do was have a little athleticism. You could get a trial.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you can't.
No.
But you put... my theory on all of this is I think soccer is the most athletic sport.
It's the hardest.
And the most talent, not talent.
There's gap in talent. Like there's an
skill.
Upper echelon. Yeah.
The skill. Because they were saying that they prefer sports that have like an entry level. Like, for example, if you've got to be a offensive lineman in the NFL, you've already got an entry level of being 6'2", 250.
Mm.
And then you have to figure out, and they were like, it's so intricate, the skill. And I was like, the skill of,
what that man gets.
Yeah. And do you know what you do in training? Do you know what you do in football training? Everything.
Yeah,
and do you know what you also got to do? Run a marathon. You also got to sprint. You also got to jump higher than everyone else. You also got to understand fundamentally all this stuff. And then you also got to be accurate with your feet.
Yeah.
Not your hands.
So I was thinking about, weirdly, I was thinking about this week. And I don't know whether it could have been like after watching Fire and the Kid last week, but I was thinking no rugby player can play NFL because case in point, we've seen that happen.
Yeah.
But I think that an NFL player, especially a wide receiver, could fit into a rugby team because speed beats out a lot. And I feel
so
like
much positional
there
stuff.
are different 100%. I'm gonna defend NFL, and I think that it is a very intelligent game.
Oh, it's skill based and it's like athleticism. NFL's not as much as an issue to me as baseball. It is the fact that they thought peak athleticism was shortstop in baseball. I mean,
I'm a big baseball guy.
Yeah, I love baseball.
But
I think you could eat a hot dog midway through it, and it's like cricket.
It's cricket.
Cricket's a lot of skill.
No, yeah, but no one really considers cricketers to be athletes here.
Yeah,
like not like, but Americans think baseball players are athletes. That shows the difference.
And I mean, they are. Like, Ohtani is an unbelievable one-of-a-kind athlete.
I think it's hard to be good at baseball.
Yeah, of course. But what I mean is, like, with a hitter, and if your job is a hitter in the MLB, your job is simply to hit balls. Yeah. And do you know what you do all week? You watch 5 different guys pitch 90 miles per hour to 100 miles per hour at you, and you can have 1,000 reps at it. It's the equivalent if football was just taking penalties.
Yeah.
And having to score 100% of the time. That would take the talent of kicking,
but I think
and the mental of like, I went left last time, I'm going to have to go right the next time.
Yeah.
That's it. That's as far as it goes.
We might need to give them a break because they watch MLS.
Yeah.
That's their league. That's their league and their standard. And outside of the MLS, they're probably getting United games weekly. So I don't blame them thinking that there is no skill in soccer.
But I also think athleticism is being big as well. That's a big issue, I think.
Yeah, because Sharp has a massive hard-on for like the linebackers and the 1%ers, like the Mika Parsons, the TJ Watts, which they are freak athletes, but they're in the upper echelon of the NFL.
Yeah, that's like going Ronaldo.
There is level. Yeah, exactly.
Not everyone's Ronaldo, but I mean, I just think the entry level of, if you lined up 100 10-year-olds in this country and said, we're going to play baseball and you all got to try and hit a ball that we throw at you, or you got to play 90 minutes, because that's the difference is if you're a hitter in baseball, you just hit. Yeah, you might play outfield, but you catch it with a glove. But I mean, that's the game. Whereas football, if you play 90 minutes, you got to remember these positions. These are positions to do this. These are all the rules.
Yeah.
You got to do it for 90 minutes, and the intensity level is of a basketball game.
And
but you don't have timeouts.
And you've got to control everything with your feet.
Yeah, you can't use your hands.
I've always said
you use just your body.
That reason.
That's what I mean. And that's what I mean is like maybe not the biggest. Like if JJ Watt is JJ Watt a better athlete than Ronaldo? It's so different.
It's different.
Yeah, it's 100%.
But it's the fact that they really think that like.
I think conditioning wise and skill wise, I think Ronaldo is.
It's like saying
probably one of the most superior athletes of all time.
It's like saying who the most superior athletic animal is: a cheetah or a gorilla.
Yeah, one's strong and one's fast.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah. It's different.
It is, but it's like an ongoing thing that winds me up. There's 2 things that wind me up in entertainment, and one of them is Americans thinking that there's no skill in soccer, which. And again, like you said, they watch MLS and Man United, so I don't know. Maybe they're just not getting it. But the other one is in wrestling. And I had this conversation with multiple people inside wrestling this week, is when people think they know something when they don't do something. So like, they have a strong opinion. You can have a strong opinion, like, if you don't play football, but you watch football, you can have a strong opinion on football.
Yeah.
Or why is he not running there, for example?
Yeah.
I don't like it when it's like behind baseball. Like it's, and like wrestling fans will say, oh, he turned to his left when he should have turned to his right there.
Yeah.
That's not good enough. It's like, or was he supposed to turn to his right?
Yeah.
And how would you know until you've done that?
Yeah.
It's like my biggest bed bug is like that. And I don't know if it just frustrates me more because when you wrestle and you know how like difficult a skill it is and painful, that when like, for example, like the boys, the Peppercorn boys, if people say something about them and we know full well what the deal is.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there like biting your tongue, like you have no clue, but you're saying it with such confidence and like a Bruno type patronizingness that like, yeah, he did this. And it's like, well, no, we know he didn't because we literally know he didn't.
Yeah.
So, but stop telling a load of people like as if you're one of the boys kind of.
That's the problem is everyone has a voice.
It really winds me.
Yeah. Not everyone.
It's like the magic circle. I feel you got to earn your way. Like Bruno's taking a bump, you can say something.
Yeah, he knows what that feels like.
Take a bump, learn, like train for 3 months and do 1 match. Then you can say what you want.
I don't think I ever, even me, critique the art of wrestling.
No,
as much. I think
you don't like stories and stuff, but that's just being a fan.
Yeah, stories being factions, or kind of thing. The only in ring I know when someone has botched a move and when they haven't been safe for the other person.
Yeah,
I think that's really like I try not to go deep into it because I can't keep up with it like you can, of course. Like, you know, where every like individual part of the match is, and I really, to be honest,
you don't want to.
I haven't given myself time because I don't want to ruin that.
Yeah, why would you want to ruin that? Yeah.
No. So I maybe sometimes, but if it's obvious, but I do like to see different takes on things. But yeah, people are way blasé because we've talked about it at quite nauseum that people just say stuff to get reactions, to get clicks. And
it's clickbait.
Yeah.
And I reacted to one with the MLB thing. It's the concept of he did this and he's actually not liked backstage because of this.
Yeah.
And it's are you there?
Yeah.
No, but someone told me, it's like, well, all right, well, I have the person involved, for example. And that's not true. And it's just like, no, it is. It's just like, what are we doing? Like, you're just telling me, like, that's wrong. And you're like, well, no, I know that's not right. But it just bothers. I think with wrestling as well, it's so difficult at times that you just question certain opinions on it. That you're like, have an opinion on, like, I didn't like that match. Not,
or I'm not a fan of where this is going.
Yeah,
like you could say that.
Yeah, like if you're watching a film, I didn't like that film. But you don't go, the acting choice he made here and the way he spoke to the director off camera that I know about. It's like, what are we doing?
But however, I do critique Brad Pitt's eating at some point. Like I do rate it in certain movies.
But you do rate it.
I put it over, yeah.
Sometimes he's just not in the mood to eat. I mean, he's human.
Exactly. Sometimes he's not eating in every scene.
He's not eating
it. He's not enjoying what he's eating.
He should have eaten there. They should have had a shot of him eating.
Going back, Bruno, to your birthday, the one I remember is when me and Alex went to Muse.
That
was your birthday in London, wasn't it?
What did we do? Oh, we went to the arcade, didn't we? Yeah, we went to Central London. Me, Joe, and Hannah, wasn't it?
I think it was something like that. And me and Alex left and we went to Wembley.
Yeah, you did. I can't believe you chose Muse over my birthday.
I mean, sometimes you got to make big mistakes in life.
I mean, you got to see MCR as well.
And Biffy Clyro.
But
unfortunately, I had to sit for a light show with a really annoying soundtrack at the end. What do we think of Radiohead out of interest? They're the reason
about the Muse, aren't they?
Yeah, of course. But I mean, they're the problem.
It's not my cup of tea.
They're the issue. Muse were the evolution of them.
What whiny alt rock is not for me.
Punk rock is for me.
Punk rock is for me.
Is Placebo in that?
Ooh, I think they're somewhere between Muse and AFI, and I feel really comfortable with that.
Yeah, similar though. That's a good take.
What do you think of Thrice? What was that? Gaslight Anthem. They're ahead of their time with that wording.
They were, yeah.
Wow.
Alkaline Trio.
I forgot about Gaslight Anthem.
Alkaline Trio on a sunny day.
Hit?
Alkaline Trio. There was that one song when in a tunnel. I feel like in a video.
There's one at a school as well.
It's really, I don't remember. I wasn't into them, but wasn't like one of them Alkaline Trio and the other one was like Placebo or something.
Alkaline Trio was more like...
It was people from another band, wasn't
it? Well, one of Alkaline Trio was in Blink for a bit, yeah. Matt.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't ever a big fan of Alkaline Trio. Scott liked them, though. I swear, because I swear them. You...
Joe had their CD in that, but I mean, guilty by association, I guess.
Joe had every CD.
I went to HMV and just bought the lot, I think.
Yeah. Any new album came out, Joe had it.
I had it all.
I wish you got into collecting sports cars back in the day, Joe.
You'd be a millionaire right now, yeah.
God, with that first paycheck buzz.
He didn't know what to do with that paycheck. He literally...
he didn't.
He'd take 200 quid out. He'd spend 160 in HMV, and he'd just crunch up the others outside the shop and just put them on the floor. He's like, I don't know what to do with it. It's not going back in my wallet. I ran out of CDs.
I would have given you for scoring goals.
yeah, exactly. So, yeah, he's...
Oh, man, sports cars would have been fun.
Kept that money.
I said this to Lisa the other day. Like, imagine how much money you've made, ever. Like, I mean, I think I worked out I've been in employment technically for about 26 years.
You're old.
Yeah. So imagine how much money.
What's that retirement looking like, big man?
It's not happening, I don't think. I'm never getting a retirement.
You're a long way from retirement.
Yeah, but even then, where's my retirement? Like, there's no pension.
You've got pension.
Have I? Fantastic.
I don't like the fact that I know it and you don't. Which brings me to my accountant. We've got to do our TBA's books this week.
By the time we get up there, the retirement age will move to 67.
What's it currently?
What is it?
The state. I think it's 63 or 65 at the moment.
It was 65 when we were younger. I thought it'd gone up by then.
No,
I thought it was 68 currently, and it was going like towards 70.
No, I don't think so. I think we had a look the other day.
Well, with modern medicine, I think we'll be looking at 100 before we're allowed to stop.
Maybe.
We'll get that 20 years on the back.
I'm not getting that far, brother.
I think I could do the job that I'm doing now until I'm at least 75, I think.
Without literally not wanting to wake up. Like you could do that every day till you're 75.
Yeah.
I can understand why your birthday party is the way it is. I mean, this guy is
no, but like I'm just saying, if it needs to be, like, obviously I don't want it to be. I want it to be a lot more exciting than that. I want to retire in my 50s if I can. But if life doesn't unravel that way, then I could do what I'm doing. I think until a later life, because
I tell you what,
gas and electric's gone, mate, in the next 5 years.
I couldn't do my job until 30.
No,
I'm struggling now.
Yeah, physically, it's going to be difficult.
I don't know. You could be.
It's more exciting. You could take a different role.
True.
You could be mooching around like Sylvie at that age.
Wrong name, and I don't want her job. It's too hard.
Yeah, it looks way too hard.
It looks way too hard.
That's 24/7.
That's a lot. But you could work in the office. You could work.
There's options.
There'd be options. If you wanted it, obviously.
I love it though.
Anyone else sweating in the studio today?
I'm hot.
The baby was sweating on me just before this podcast.
You're getting very hot.
He was fast asleep, so I didn't want to.
He did not like it when you took him off of you.
No, he was chuffed. He was enjoying his evening, and I went, I've got to go do a podcast.
Yeah, we were just chilling, watching YouTube. I tell you what, I like that little.
Dad has got to go to work.
Dad's got to get dad.
Got to go make those shillings.
Got to put shifting.
I can't wait to get this week's earnings.
I like that little respite we had before the show this week.
You like that?
Yeah, like normally it's like straight in.
Yeah, you're pretty in.
It's odd, and I'm just like, I'm still buzzing from the day. Like, whereas that was nice. Just sit, relax, had a shower.
Are you cutting your hair straight across the front now?
Yeah, I'm getting it shorter.
I've just looked at it.
I'm working it shorter, yeah.
That's a line.
It's accurate.
Yeah, I followed it. It's very accurate.
I'm good at it.
It looks good.
It's good. I like it. It hides my hairline. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's smart. Mine's so thin, I couldn't do it.
I'm painting this on, brother.
It looks like it. God, your
I think Joe's 70% stable in a relationship.
I'm going to say this. Yeah, his crown's great. Bruno's is going, but mine's gone.
No. Don't you dare.
Bruno, 100% yours is going.
You made me question myself. Yeah, it did panic me a little bit because I was
it is going a little bit.
Do I trust my best friend of 20 plus years?
Always.
Or shall I ask my barber? Is my hair thinning?
Your barber. What does he want, Bruno? What does he need you to have his job?
He was like, nah.
Yeah, but Bruno, what does he need?
Nah, I trust him.
I went to my hairdresser. Do you know what I said? I said, Joe. No, I went to Headcase back in the day when I cut my hair. I said, am I balding? And she went, yeah, brother. And I went, okay. And then she cut it. She went, no, it's not. You just killed your hair. It'd be fine. And then since then, Kelly Kincaid from the WWE has said, you're not balding. You're fine. And I was just like, all right, confidence. Then I saw a picture, which I'm going to say was on a very bright day from about 20 feet above me.
Well, that'll do it.
And I nearly went and shaved it immediately. And then I just saw one yesterday from behind walking out of a shop because I've become so anal about it that I literally, when I walk, if I know people are behind me, I duck my head down like this so people can't see it.
They do it with pride.
No, because if I saw someone with that hair, I would be like, I'd want to touch it. I want to see if it's cold. But I mean... So yeah, I do that, and then I saw that. I was like, I'm not saying it's not balding. It's a thin crown.
You've probably in your head turned it into more
100%
than it is.
But I can't not wear a hat outside to like places I know people.
Yeah.
Whereas if I go to like the co-op, I don't wear a hat. I just push my hair back over, and I don't think about it. If I go to work, I can't because I know someone's going to be like.
And right now, all of our 1 million listeners, so that's why you got a hat on.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be honest. I face forward during the shows, and my hair's absolutely fine. But it's just thin there. But I am shaving it soon.
I want to see you with the
the hair transplant.
No, not the hair transplant where you have the sides but it's gone.
Nothing on top of it. Yeah. But I still try to grow it out and so
that's like a Schultz. You want to wear it with pride.
No, I won't allow that. And similar to Sean O'Malley when he saw Cody Garbrandt this week, sometimes you have to see other people with the same thing. Hence, when I saw Bruno's crown, I was like, I have to shave it because if I look like that, I can't be walking around like this.
Earlier on,
Bruno, show us your crown. Yeah, your headphones are there. I mean, we can't see it, but I mean. It's not. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. But I mean, I don't think it's like Joe's. Like Joe's looks like the back end of a badger. Like there's not even a spot where the hair starts. His hair starts everywhere. There's no start.
My hair is gorgeous, so you're just jealous.
Well, usually you have a whirlpool that starts the waves.
It's not a whirlpool.
No whirlpool. You've got straight here. It's like you've got a little black helmet on.
I'm gonna start going to a Turkish barber.
It's strong. There's almost something Roman Empire about it.
That's hell yeah.
But mine hasn't got an element of Roman Empire. It's got a bit of Frank Lampard. I remember when Gary Lineker called him out for being bald. I can't imagine how much that hurt.
When I'm thinking maybe for the wedding and I lose a couple more bills, that I might do the faded hair with the slightly longer ash. What do you reckon that will look like?
Oh, at least so fade all of this
like a quarterback during the winter time.
Yeah, a little bit, but not like a big one.
No, just there's an element that the mustache is stronger than the rest of it, but it's still big. But
like the Pedro Pascal, basically.
Yeah.
Do you reckon I could pull that off?
Or even
I honestly just want to see you turn a page. Yeah, I just want to see him do something.
Do something.
Why? I swear to God, because he looks like a Lego man. I mean, it's just like he's drawn the head on.
I think you get the straight line like me and do it, and then go full.
Don't do that. You're like Max Crosby over here.
Then go full Travis Kelce.
I want to go clean shaven, straight line like Joe's.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce's got the Backstreet Boy.
He hasn't.
Has he got long hair at the minute?
Yeah. Bruno, if you had the Nick Carter but with the mustache, like Aaron Rodgers a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
I wanna see that.
Yeah. Now you're down. I think the world's your oyster, but I swear to God, this Al Borland looking thing you've got going has to change.
Why? If it's not,
you're about to say if it's not broken, don't fix it.
But
it's broken.
I don't think it is broken.
Nah, you got a solid look.
Maybe I do then.
Look. It's a solid look. I mean, I could.
Just bored of it.
No, I think we're all bored of it. I'll say this. Listen to this part. It's my birthday this week. I've got myself a whisker, but it's electric. I'm going to make myself a pizza, and I'm actually going to treat myself to a cookie. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my exact facial hair exactly the same for the rest of my life. And I would love to do my at-home job where I sell gas and electric for another 35 years.
I'm trying not to have a midlife crisis. So
you're trying to steady the ship.
I was actually explaining his iconic look to Max at work this week.
Oh, really?
Me and Max talked a lot about this.
Max has to be brought up every single week.
He's a big part of this now.
Yeah, and
Max he's in.
Yeah, the roast of Bruno is in the future, and Max has got some hidden gems up his sleeve.
Yeah.
I think you're probably enjoying this right now.
Yeah. I was saying that about your hair as well. Yeah, I forgot.
What were you saying?
No, I was thinking when we were doing this, I forgot you cut your mullet off, and I was like, he's tucked that up in that hat real neatly.
Yeah, I used to tuck my mullet up there when I had to do like a meeting. I put the naughtiness up in a hat.
Hide the party.
A hat in a meeting.
You got to hide the party when the parents come home early, you know.
Maybe I do the modern mullet because I feel like I can pull that off.
I reckon you can.
Yeah, definitely.
The Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Now I'm out.
With stubble.
I like to call that the Anthony Gordon.
That's
like
real
talent.
Row you brought him up.
Real talent.
Yeah.
I was going to bring something up, but I've forgotten.
Logs is real talent as well, so let's not be making any of that.
He's very talented.
Oh, I was going to say, I know I'm so in sync with Bruno. I said to my wife, no, that's a toxic masculinity thing.
Is it?
Her name is Lissy. She's not an object.
You said to my friend Lissy, yeah.
Oh, no. She's my
wife.
Partner in crime. I said, Bruno's having a week. He's down. And she said, why? And I said, he's non-existent in chats and only on social media. That means he's doom scrolling and avoiding real responsibilities. And I said, it was topped off because he got a little bit passive. And I went, I went, if I know Bruno, it bubbles. He disappears, a little bit passive. Then he realizes that was a bit passive. He comes back a tiny bit, and then he's fine. But it's usually about a week it lasts. And it happens every now and then. But I told her this, and then you've just said you're in a bit of a midlife crisis or stopping it. I think I might be onto something with the comments I made this week.
Not the midlife crisis part. That's fine. However, from about Thursday last week to pretty much this morning, I was definitely in a funk. For sure.
I said my exact words. I said Bruno's in a funk, and I hope it doesn't detriment his health journey. And she went, "How do you know that?" I said, "He's on socials."
What
and the peppercorn.
What was the passive aggressive?
The peppercorn it popped off this weekend. Do you know who wasn't involved? The big man. And I was like, if he's not even trying to impress them two, he must be down here. Like, he'll ignore us all day. But I mean, the WWE superstars, he can't be letting something get by. Oh, brilliant baby boy. That's unbelievable. Like,
that's unbelievable.
Yes.
Who's that?
He sounded like Del Boy a little bit. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I was like, he's not even reacting. He's not even putting Sam overs for his elbow. And that elbow, I mean, I look like I worked for that elbow by the end of, because I was telling him how much I like it. It's like Kyrie Sane's, but
I saw it earlier when you showed me. Mad.
It's unbelievable.
To be fair, when did you talk to Lissy about that? Was it after that? Because I swear I did tell you on the Saturday that I had no motivation to edit the podcast. So I may have let you in a little bit there.
Oh, maybe.
But what was the passive aggressive one?
Oh, he said, "Do you have the pictures for your thumbnail?" And that's a really normal question, but it was backed up with essentially he didn't want to do it, and then I went, "Oh, I think I was so fried at this point, like so I was just like, I'm not going to bite on it. He wants me to bite. He wants an argument. No, I know you don't." And I was like, I think Joe's got it. He's out of signal. I was like, oh no, I've got passive guy's going to be even more annoyed because Joe's out of signal. And the worst part is when Joe reads it, he's not even going to do anything then. And I was like, this could blow up. And I thought because he's gone little mouthed all the time. I thought, oh no. And then his next one went, you guys can do the podcast this week. I don't have to be there. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, he's out. He's left the podcast. And I thought, no, we won't do that. And I thought, and I would tend to listen. Yeah, he's definitely in a funk. Something's gone on with him. And I saw a TikTok saying like narcissistic behavior in 2025. It was people that go on their Instagram, but they won't go on their WhatsApp. And I was like, I don't think that's narcissistic. I think that's just modern humans because they don't want to deal with like I have to get back to someone.
Yeah, especially when there's a lot going on.
Yeah,
that was a lot. The stuff in the Peppercorn chat I definitely missed because there was so much and I was meaning to go back to it. So thank you for resending that on the Sunday when I was in a slightly elevated mood. But it's nice of you talking to your wife about that, saying Bruno's in a funk. But where was the message being like, "You okay, mate?
I'm proud of you.
Okay, mate? Are you okay, mate?
You okay?" I was still.
Where was that? If you're so worried and bitching about me behind my back,
yeah, I hate that. I don't know. Like we call that manipulative. I mean, the fact that I even sensed it and got it.
Yeah. Because
sometimes people need space. Brother needs space. Do you know what I said? If I said, "Are you okay?" He would just not respond because he wasn't on WhatsApp. He was avoiding it and just going like, I'm convinced he's this petty that if he wanted to play Fortnite, he thought, no, because people need to know I'm in a funk. So he'll go, I know, but I honestly think he might make his own account to go, I'm going to play that when I don't want people. It's not that I can go, do you know, I don't fancy playing with anyone. He goes, I want him to think I haven't even gone on PlayStation. And I reckon he's got a second PlayStation. And his second, like, he's got a burner phone. He's got different social medias, the burner. He's got a different PlayStation. He's got a different Fortnite account. And when he's in that mode, he's like, they need to know I'm away. And he turns and his phone keeps going off. Inches away from me. And he goes, I'm enjoying Fortnite. And they don't even know I'm playing. They think I'm in a deeper funk.
Oh, I haven't played Fortnite since that last session that we had.
When was that?
I just hadn't had, I think it was last Tuesday or last Monday. I just haven't had because I could have played it a lot this weekend, but I just didn't want to. But I had played this pool game on
I can see
the
that.
PlayStation, and I was like, I'm just going to do that because I can put some music on and I can just
no one knows you're online.
It's just easy. No one knows I'm on,
and
I don't have to show up anyone. But if I was in a mood and I didn't want to play with anyone, I just wouldn't go into any parties. I'd be like, I'd be straight up with
no, we know. He'll join sometimes.
What's that bad thing?
No, but imagine you're on like a Caribbean island. You're all playing Fortnite. There's guys dressed as bananas around you. And you're like, and then imagine the dark cloud rolls over and a guy comes in and goes, "Buckers." And you go, "Oh, he's in the chat." And then he goes, "Oh, I hate this game. Ready up." And you're like, and you just, and end of the day, you know.
To be honest,
Alex would just go, "Leading." Like, he won't step for it, but whereas I will be like, it'll ruin my night. I'll be like, "Oh man, he's really quite."
Just come back at me.
No,
come back at me. Call me out.
We need Max.
Yeah,
maybe Max needs.
I do need Max, but I'm scared that if you introduce me to Max, then it's going to happen what happened to Matt, because Matt can dish it out, but he can't take it.
Yeah, I think Max. I got a feeling Max might punch her.
Yeah, I feel like he might.
Yeah.
That's all I want is someone just to call me out on my
I don't like that conflict.
I love it.
No, we're aware. Until he doesn't like it, then he turns his snooker on, and then he turns his phone off. He goes, "They need to know I'm mad."
Look, all right.
There goes the 8-ball. Yeah, I turned my PlayStation and I said, "Bruno's legendary at pool." And I was like, I looked at the bottom, I was like,
I am legendary at pool.
So he's in a funk. You know I'm in a funk. I've got the manager mode out. This Fortnite series, by the way, season is unbelievable. It's, awesome. It's the best one I think I've played since like Misty Meadows. It's my most. You know, the Marvel season with the island and stuff. I put it up there with that. I think it's that good.
Yeah, even I at the weekend, if I've got like a spare bit of time, I'll pop it on.
I'm gonna be honest. I played 3 games on Thursday, and then before that, I played with Bruno, and then I haven't played since. But I've actively tried to like 3 times, but I haven't been able to get over the line. But I really want to. I'm watching it more.
Hey, are you okay?
Big funk.
You all right?
Yeah, big funk. No, I'm just busy.
Hey, anyone out there, if you think that your mates are in a funk,
reach out.
Reach out, please.
If you ever spot that they're buying themselves KitchenAids, which is not something that we need to do. It's not a pandemic.
I don't know if I put an S on the end of that.
No. Bruno's got KitchenAids, and he's making himself pizzas. He's playing snooker in his spare time. He's contemplating. What was it? Buzzcow or something?
He's got a batting cage.
Mate,
that's pretty cool.
I didn't even know there was one down there.
We tried to go to one in America. It was impossible.
No, you didn't. You wanted to go
confrontational.
Those card shops were so good.
That was the best.
On a bad day, I take myself mentally back.
But no, on your stag, you should have done what he wanted to do. You're right. He's 100% right.
I feel my heartbeat.
Don't gaslight.
You are the master manipulator.
I'm a Zippo. You're simply just one of those cheap ones you buy the M&W.
You feed into what like you want, and you kind of like make Joe do that as well.
No.
You end up getting what you want. So that was your stag 2.0.
Yeah.
Because the first one wasn't good enough, apparently. Yeah. But
I think we all had a good time.
I got Virgo for my first one, not my second one. My stag, I got Virgo from that. I'm fairly sure it's because Josh gave me a chili. Like I can almost pinpoint the Virgo started after the chili.
I tell you, if you didn't like me in a funk, he didn't like me in a funk either.
You in a funk is him. He starts getting cut
because he wanted to do something on the Saturday, and I didn't reply until 6.
Yeah. You're trying to milk your kid. But the big man would be like, "Deadline, where's your picture?" And I'm like, "Oh, God. I'll try and take one." He's like,
honestly,
"I'm not on the show this week."
Come on. You're reading too much into the context for those. I just need it to be sharpened to the point. Like you're 5 days behind schedule on sending me the stuff, because I do everything for this podcast, and all you have to do is take a couple of pictures and show up.
Yeah,
but
also I carry the entire podcast, so you got you pay your talent big. Do you know what I mean? Like the director of the F1 film is really good, right? The editor is really good.
Yeah.
Even the cable hands, really good. Brad Pitt is exceptional. And you pay Brad Pitt the big bucks. And do you know what he doesn't do? He doesn't edit the podcast. And I've just referred to myself as Brad Pitt. And I don't think I could be further away from that guy.
I was going to say, I was putting Bruno over to Max this week.
I've just noticed he's just checked out. Like I think he's checked out, so we need to be careful.
No, I put.
Remember that when you did check out, and I sensed it, and I was like, it was like he said something, and like we said, like if he says something he doesn't like, he was like, I do the podcast, and then you kind of like go back at him a little bit.
Yeah.
He realized, I'm gonna go play pool.
No.
He literally lifts his phone up and goes,
I need to. I've turned on the
6 working days.
I've turned on the PlayStation. Ready?
I heard the beep.
You said Max.
That wasn't. Yeah, we will. That wasn't me being passive aggressive on Saturday asking for the stuff. That was just me behind time trying to get it as quick as possible. And
when you left the podcast, was that passive?
What? When I did the scripted one?
No, when you said you two want to do one.
Oh,
I'm over exaggerating, big man.
Oh yeah. So sorry. That was because I didn't want to mess up your schedule. Right. And I wanted to do what I did tonight. So I was just, I was just being open and transparent.
You're being so transparent.
All you ask is for transparency, and all you do is shoot me down. Okay. But how will you put me over to Max show?
I was just saying how good you are at the podcast stuff. Like you've taken it all on. You know,
we just gained another 75 episodes without having to do anything.
But
I'll keep his Bunsen burner light for a while. Though.
Max also asked about like podcast equipment. I guess in terms of like future,
just an iPhone.
If Max wants, there's a couple Shure mics up there that he can have.
I guess he's looking into like potential of doing this, but with us, but from home.
Place,
But I said I'll put him on to you, like about the equipment and stuff. So
Joe has no clue what's going on, so he's not the best person.
That's what I said to him. I was like, I just show up.
Joe just shows up.
Hey, you show
Sometimes up. That's all the best guys do is they just keep showing up. 10,000 hours.
That's why we call you Town Hall Joe.
Can we please do that?
We do call you Town Hall.
Can we please call me?
Can you call me the Juggernaut?
Yeah.
Thank you. Short for Jugs.
Jugs.
Oh.
I don't think I like it.
I like that. I like it.
I don't think I like it.
Oh.
I always like the nickname Piss Fingers. What'd you say?
I was about to, this is going to be such a weird transition now, but let's talk about the highlight of the week, shall we?
Yeah.
Little Paxton having his first photo shoot.
He did.
Oh, he did, yeah. He looks like a bear. And we do need to talk about it because I want the thumbnail to be I don't know if it's going to end up being this way, but Photoshoot is an interesting dichotomy.
Wow.
Somewhere between cult and a good time, really. Which in some circles
is a cult.
Is the same thing, yeah. It's really interesting because we were gifted this by one Trudy Ann.
Oh, lovely.
It's great brownies. And
Lissy.
Last 2 weeks now he said this. And
he's willing it.
He's gonna marry her, I can see it. I was not sure about the whole concept. I wanted to see the pictures.
Or during?
Once I found out I was in the pictures, things changed a little bit. And I'm not someone.
Did you get all dressed up? Like, did you get spruced up for it?
I wore my nice outfit, which you saw, which was just a jacket and a pair of acid wash jeans. But I think it looks good in camera, like because you saw some of the pictures as we were going, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not shy of being in pictures. That's nothing like that. But in those scenarios, if you know the Bishton family portrait that got taken, and Bruno knows, the Bishtons aren't very. We're not the kind of family you see us all four sat together on the floor with our chins in our hands.
We have to be somewhat forced.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Fire a gift.
Please give me a picture of that. Please take a picture of it. I have to insert
it's
it.
Out there somewhere.
And I don't think you should put my parents' faces in it, though. I feel like, do you know what I mean? I feel like they'd be like... there's one of me and Joe on a stool. That would definitely go in there.
That's cool.
I'll put that one in.
Yeah.
In the same thing.
I'm about the size of my right arm in that thing.
Yeah. You look like Michael Bublé or Michael because you're just a lot smaller. Yeah, not the full boobs.
No.
And we're not that kind of people. I'd say that. You know, sometimes
but you married one.
I kind of, yeah, but not massively. I don't think.
Not with you. With me, we're very picture-esque with each other.
Are you both people that would pay to do a photo shoot yourself?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. But anyway, I was there crowning his head. Giving it one of these. Kissing his head, all this kind of stuff. And I honestly felt like a Christian. Like in full transparency. I felt quite religious.
It's probably the most Christian thing you've done.
Is he getting baptized?
Yeah, with a monster can tomorrow.
Hold me now.
Yeah, I'll wail Creed out in the garden. Yeah, he'll be christened as much as I was.
I'll do it right now with this.
Yeah, it was an interesting scenario, but I actually really enjoyed it. And I think it was just because getting to see him in the little outfit.
Yeah.
And he was so good.
Yeah.
And again, it was like another impartial person saying, super cool looking kid.
Very.
And I'm not being biased. And I'm biased. But a lot of other people are going to be biased to us. I don't think it's biased at this point. I think there's a truth to this. And she went, he's very large. And she went, but not in a big fat baby way.
Yeah.
She said this kind of.
I saw his hands.
She goes, he kind of looks like he's 35.
His hands.
Yeah, his hands are getting big.
Big hands, John.
Yeah, big hands, John. We call him around the house. And she was like, and the other thing is, she said, he's incredibly strong. Because at one point he like picked something up like that, and she was like, "What is happening?" Because she was like, "Usually we manipulate their hands," and
I don't know why, but I saw a scroll through on TikTok for a baby photographer. They're really talented with getting.
They know exactly how to do it. They tap them, and yeah, she was doing it with like little pillows and stuff, and he sat like, and he never lays like that, but she got him to stay dead still and stuff. But he got fed up right at the end. He was like fired, and he was like.
I'm out.
He was like that woman at SeaWorld that time. Like she ring the alarms, let's go to the beach.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, he said that's a wrap. And we had to give up essentially because he was awoken. But he gave us good 3-4 hours.
Take me to the arcade.
Yeah, he wanted some chippy chips by the sea. But it was actually a really nice experience. It was really fun.
How was your first day out properly?
And there's definitely Lewis said, how was the anxiety of taking him out in public? Because there is an element of like not wanting him to scream. like you have this like anxiety of like, I don't want to be the person trying to calm this kid down in public. Whatever. And he's perfect. I'll say this, if he's in motion, he's poetry. He is just, if he's in a car, perfect. In a stroller, perfect. If he's strapped to your chest, going like for a walk, perfect. Yeah. So, and also, by the way, found out this week, loves a bath. I mean, it's like watching Bruno in Arizona again. Like he his leg goes crossed and he goes like dead serious face and he like dip him and he's like like he's dead like chill about it. And then you put him in like the cozies with the little hoods on afterwards and he's like kind of like settles into it. Yeah, and then he goes to sleep for like 5 hours. he's full of milk and he's been bathed. And he's like, yeah, cool.
Is that why you're doing that tonight after the pod? So you get a nice little 5-hour stint?
Yeah, last night we got.
You having a bath after this?
Yeah, a bath every night now. Which was actually what we were apparently used to get put in with Dad when we were young.
Oh, in the bath with Dad? Yeah, I remember. I've seen a picture of this.
Yeah, so we get put in the bath with Dad.
This is the picture here, as you see.
And then fed and then straight to bed and we'd sleep for like 3-4 hours. But he did last night. And he was conked until about 3, and then he took about 3 hours to go back to sleep, which is chaotic in the night. And Luke says, you brought him in the room. He said, I like the shifts where like one of you would go out, we'd get another snuggle halfway. He's getting like 12 hours. He goes, no, I'm getting 6 hours. He's crying a lot of it. He's like wincing. Like, he went in the other room last night. He's like, I'll sleep in the front room. I don't mind.
Luke was me.
He's like, and then he didn't get to sleep until like 6, and then we slept for like an hour, and then he wanted food again. So I got up and just went, all right, let's just start the day. But that's the only benefit now is he's in the room. There's a lot more structure to like. It's worse in the sense that when they started, I know people have got kids that are watching this, but like, well, it's just explaining the obvious. But the structure is nicer, but when he cries, it's way more hard in like a dark bedroom.
Yeah.
And it's more tight and confined to be like, go find him, walk him.
And you've been awoken.
Like that front room was quite nicely set up, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's nice that we're not doing like shifts where like you're getting up. Like if we go to bed at like 11 tonight, we can get out of bed at 7. Whether we're going to sleep for 8 hours, absolutely not. We're going to sleep for like 4 of them. But it's
more normal.
It's hard. Yeah, it's harder to kick out when you're like, is he you're like, he's getting burped. You're like, is he gone? Is he asleep? Is he asleep? I love a go. I love a go. Yeah. And you're like fully naked, just walking around the landing like. Then you put him back in the crib, and then you go lay on it. This happened like 3 times. I was like, we both got in the bed. And you're just walking around. Yeah, it's tough, but it was really good, and we're going to bath him. And I do enjoy bathing him. Actually, we bath him on the dining room table.
What?
We just make a small puddle on there, and he just thrashes about like a little lemon shark. No, the tub's right there. It's really cool. It pops out. And I got a little ducky thermometer. 38 degrees is what you want it.
Did you say 98?
98.
Nah.
No. Bad PSA. PSA 3 for you. Because it's for my cold plunge I got for Father's Day.
Oh, yeah.
So, no big deal. Just got a cold plunge. Bruno didn't react, so it's a little bit upset.
Did you actually get a cold?
Yeah.
Is that legit?
Literally got the cold.
Yeah. There's pictures to prove it.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Yeah. It's one of the inflatable deals. They're like kind of like a cylinder. Yeah, you get in and have a lid. But you don't put the lid on your hands.
Did you? I didn't realize you were into the cold plunge stuff.
Not yet. I really want to though, because I don't know what's happened. I think it's a mixture of lack of sleep, probably stress, and a conjoining of all of this. Therefore, you eat worse because the periods of time you have to like run, you're like, I can't.
And your body's starving for energy.
Yeah, you're like, exactly. So you eat calories, but in a bad way.
Yeah.
When I worked the other day, I said to Jerry, I got like 3. I'd been up since 3 a.m. So it was 12 hours later. I had 2 packs of soft mints, 2 coffees, a Monster, and a protein bar. And I was like, like I was probably in a windy. Like,
you can make better decisions than that.
Yeah, you can. A lot of that was on me, but it's a mixture of all of that. Definitely my inflammation. Like I can't explain it. I've been saying to Lizzie, I'm convinced my foot is broken, and it has been for about 2 months. I can't explain it. Right now, if you touch it, it doesn't hurt at all. I walk it doesn't hurt. The first 2 hours, it feels like someone at night has grabbed my foot like that and just bent in half long ways. And it's cracked and then open. So I can't put weight on it for the first. When I wake up in bed, I'm in agony. And at my knee, I can't extend my knee like that. And it's the knee cartilage from surgery.
Laying?
I guess I have it like hooked under me or something. But
you got to be careful with that. Make sure you get the break the scar tissues. Get DDP out, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to have to. Our mutual friend Newens, he had his 5th
5 surgeries
off.
in his left knee.
And that was because this is his last chance before having to get a knee replacement.
Is it? Yeah, I saw that. He spoke to him. I reached out because I was just saying, like, what is happening? What's the knee doing now? But yeah, no, you got to be careful. And that's the thing is, there's a part of me that's like, I need to get back on everything, like sort myself out, get my track. But it's
get back on D-ball, get back on the anabolics.
like you just want to feel fresh and more energized.
Yeah.
But you're just working against the tide that is doing the complete opposite.
Yeah.
But that's not an excuse because, like I was saying to Lissy, the first 4 weeks, you got to accept that it's just a write-off. You got to just get through it, figure it out. And then from there, you can maybe add a little, I'm not going to bring it all back and be like, a cold plunge, do an hour and a half of like acrophobia. Yeah, and a little bit of this.
Can I get in that cold plunge?
Yeah, I think you'd fit.
Yeah.
I tell you who has the same cold plunge.
Who?
Max from work. You can watch us every no, dead honest. I told him about it and he said yes, same one.
I love that.
That's in the podcast. It's in the gym in a minute.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I watched Max demolish a well this week.
Oh. A wishing well.
It might have been.
I can't explain to you how much water Joe's putting on the desk and in the front room just before the podcast.
Swimming in it.
Yeah. That's what he uses the bath.
That's where you can put it in that little place where Bobby dug down to and put the stairs to. You can put it in that little like hole, crevice down there.
Around the back of the house?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should.
Yeah.
The one with nature.
Yeah.
Around the back of the house?
Yeah.
Just sat by the damn wall.
That'd be quite nice, actually, I think. Back there.
Where do you want to do it then?
In the gym, middle of the gym.
What? When the ice is going to come, like, overflow? So you're going to flood out your gym?
Yeah, I haven't thought it through. Yeah, I need it somewhere, don't I? I might put it on top of the picnic table.
Yeah.
So everyone can see me.
Just do your head poking out.
I like it. I like it. I'm all for it. I can't wait. But yes, that has been another episode of the Peppercorn Boys. Please like and follow us on anywhere where you're listening to us, and on YouTube. Subscribe, hit that bell notification, and listen to us every single Monday. We will drop new episodes for your hearing and viewing pleasures.
Pleasures.
Yeah. Bye. I really want an outro. Like, I want to feel confident. Like, even the intro, like, Bruno obviously eats up so much of it. The intro feels very like blah da da ba da boo da ba ba da da, and then it goes, and then you two, and then you're like,
oh god,
it feels very much like we're on his.
Should we?
Yeah, you're like, yeah, good to see you. And then you're like, where's the first question? And then at the end, though, he kind of ends it, but he ends it like bang digga bang 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 diggy dig, and then he goes, and then you're like, I don't know.
What you got? What you got for me?
Like, that's how it feels. I don't know how. I wish I had something like you'd say something and then we'd say something and then you go.
Okay, well, I'd love to do that, but you're very notorious of not wanting to pre-script anything and it not being natural. So that's why I haven't tried, because I just can't work with you.
I was thinking like where we all do this. And then the screen goes like nighttime. And then the out screen edit is like a dream scenario where it's like, pick this video and this video.
I like that. Because you just got a thumbs up, I want you to do anything you can at the end of the episode to get fireworks every single week.
Oh, okay. Well, this episode will end once we hit fireworks.
Yes.
A question before I start getting too excited.
Yeah.
If you've just had a thumbs up, is it possible to even get fireworks straight away?
I'm not sure.
Oh, well, we'll find out.
I think you might have to like cheer and stuff.
Yeah.
This is horrific audio.
Yeah. But I don't think we can get it. We'll try again next week.
Yeah, we'll try again next week.
That's the story. We'll finish the story next week.
Yeah.
Let the people say, let's go!